Now we're getting ready for a whole new year.
We are. And
Yes.
people with birthdays today, what does that mean?
We better do that first.
In numerology.
Okay, so today is December 30th, and it is if it's your birthday, it's a personal year 5 for you. And like always, personal years run from 1 to 9 and back to 1 again. So you are right in the middle. And it's strongest around your birthday, the 5 energy. So November, December, and then because your birthday is the end of the year, you're going to switch into a 6 fairly quick, but the 5 will still linger for a little bit. But the 5 year is about change, freedom, new experiences, also learning from your mistakes, which means you may make a lot of mistakes or oopses this year, but you'll learn from them very quickly. So it's about diversity and travel and being flexible and spontaneous and not so hard on yourself. It's about change, big changes. It can also be small sequential changes. So this is just your year to be in the moment, go with the flow, learn from your mistakes, and enjoy every little plan that blows up or expectation that lets you down, because it's about how you recover from that. So it's about your actions, not it's like how you receive the action, not about what's happening. So it's
Interesting.
It's about how you, what's the word? I haven't done this for a week. It's about how you respond to the action. Right?
Okay.
Not about the action itself, not about the event.
Not about the event. It kind of sounds like a blah year.
Yeah. Well,
No.
it can be very, if you resist the change, if you get mad at the events that don't, if you don't like what's happening, then you're going to have a very difficult year because you're going to resist and it's going to be stressful. If you just say, okay, another plan that blew up on me. All right. Then it's going to be okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Just let it
go.
Let it go.
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah. All right. It's 94.3 The X, Psychic Marla Mitchell in the studio. If you have questions about relationships, career, family, whatever, it's really up to you. She'll be able to help you out. 1-800-595-2943. 1-800-595-2943. Give her a call. We'll get you right on. 1-800-595-2943. I think everyone is on break still.
That's okay. We can talk about New Year resolutions if you want.
New Year's resolutions.
Okay, so resolutions are actually very good. And I don't know what started them way back when, how many decades, centuries ago, but they're really good because it gives you a chance to start fresh.
Right.
There is such a thing, if you believe in it, called karmic energy. And so we have karmic energy that comes back to us on our birthday every year. Like the last 6 weeks before our birthday, we can experience lots of memories and things and events that kind of all pile up. And so that's why birthdays can sometimes be difficult, because you're experiencing the whole past year of your birthday right before your birthday again. And then the end of the year it happens. What kind of year did you have? And then it all comes back again the last few weeks before the end of the year. And so that's why this time of year can be very hard, especially if you have a birthday this time of year.
Right.
So resolutions are good to make a fresh year, start new. Try not to pick something that's really impossible to accomplish.
Right.
Like if you want to lose weight, say, okay, I'm going to lose 3 pounds a month. Or I'm going to start with 3 pounds.
Right.
And then, I'll lose 3 more pounds and then build on it. But don't pick the impossible.
Right. Or like what my resolution, like every year it's been to lose weight. Well, I have a difficult time losing weight, but I can lose fat. Because, the fat, weighs a lot less than the muscle. So I've been working out like 5-6 days a week for the past 8 weeks or so.
Yeah.
And I really haven't lost any weight, but I've lost inches.
Oh,
and it's expected with the program that I do, but maybe that's another way of
looking at it
is, maybe you do want to fit into smaller clothes. You might not necessarily lose the weight, but you could lose the inches.
So then, don't call it losing weight. Call it
getting fit.
Getting fitter. I want to fit into that swimsuit.
Yeah.
But don't get something really teeny weeny.
Right.
Or maybe you want to save more money this year. Or maybe you want to make one new friend this year. Or maybe you want to change a habit. Right? Just keep it simple. My husband has this phrase called KISS. Keep it simple, stupid.
Oh, I've heard of that before. I've heard that.
And so just keep it simple. Don't overcommit. And that way you don't get discouraged, because most people give up on their resolutions by February.
Yeah.
It's true. Because they try to do the impossible. So pick something easy, pick something good, and then you'll have a successful feeling all year, and then you can add to it. You can always add more resolutions.
Oh, you always can.
Yeah.
Totally. And you could even look at your birthday as like a new year too, because that's kind of the same thing. And so maybe your birthday is in the summer, you can kind of reevaluate some of your goals.
Exactly. And like I said, if you achieve your goal within the first few months, and like, okay, let's go a little bigger.
Yeah.
Good.
Dream big.
So pick your resolution, folks. Keep it fun.
Keep it fun. Keep it simple.
Keep it simple, stupid.
It's 94.3 The X. Psychic Marla Mitchell in the studio. We had someone calling us, and then they hung up.
Call us back.
Yeah, call us back. 1-800-595-2943. Answering questions about relationships and all that fun stuff. Well, not just relationships, but career, family, health.
Spirit animals, personal year with numerology. There we go.
Here we go. They were listening. It's 94.3 The X. Who's this?
This is Jessica.
You said Jessica?
Yeah.
Hey,
Morning.
Jessica. What's your question for Marla?
I guess I had a question mostly on finances.
Finances. All right. Do you want to see how they're going to unroll for 2016?
Yeah.
All right. Let's take a look at that. Okay. So as you know, if you've been listening to previous weeks, I always ask if you have a certain astrology card pop up, if that's your sign. You have two of them pop up. You have Leo and Virgo. Any of those yours? Are you a Leo or a Virgo? Or do you know?
No.
Okay. If you don't know, you can just give me your birthday, not the year. What's your birthday?
Today.
Today.
Oh, happy birthday.
Thank you.
You are definitely not a Leo or a Virgo. You are a Capricorn, my dear. So,
Very much so.
okay. So the reason I asked about Leo is that's the first card that popped up. And Leo is about strength. And so we asked about finances. And so a lot of this can be just the strength of being able to say no to impulsive buying, no to spending money, irrationally. It's like dedicate yourself, or maybe your resolution could be to saving money more this year, or being better at being more on a budget, something like that. But your finances, overall, when I look at this, I don't see anything really scary. I feel that there's just more discipline needed from the female, which is you. And then I also feel less worry is also needed, because what we worry about, we manifest. And by that, I mean, whatever your thoughts are on, there's some part of you, your higher power, listening. And if your thoughts are always on, I don't have enough, I can't afford that, oh, this is too expensive, or I won't buy that because it's just going to break the bank, then somewhere out there, the energy of all that worry is going to come back, and it will say, well, if that's what she thinks, we'll make this happen. She can't afford it. It's too expensive. It's going to break the bank. So watch your thoughts. Stay very hopeful. What I used to do when money was tight, I would always be grateful for whatever was in my bank account, whether it was $4 or $400 or $4,000 or whatever. I'd always say, thank you. My bank account is half full. Even if it was $4, it's half full. You never want it to be full, because full means there's no room for more. So always be grateful for whatever amount you have in the bank. Thank you, Spirit. My bank account is half full. Please help me keep adding to it. And to just be very, very hopeful and positive that, money is energy, and what goes around comes around, and it will, and it does come back to you in the most opportunistic ways. But I don't see any worries about finances here. Is there something specific you're worried about?
No, this last year has been really hard, and I feel like I'm coming out of the dark, but it's been a long struggle.
Yeah. Okay, so let's change that and make a resolution that, this next year, 2016, doesn't have to be a struggle. In fact, you can even just start thinking 2016 is the year of abundance for me. How about that being your resolution? 2016 is the year of abundance, right? And just think that. And abundance can come in all forms. It can come in gifts. It can come in opportunities where things are always on sale, or you're always going to get a good deal, or nothing ever breaks down. I mean, abundance comes in many ways to where you can afford and live more in luxury, so to speak. So I did pull the luxury card. Okay?
All right.
All right, so just stay positive, and it's going to be a better year. Curiously, if your birthday's today, so you are in a 5-year, it does explain why you've had a little bit of struggle this past year, because the 5 is the year of expectations, and you need to let those go and just go with the flow. Now, next year, you're going into a 6, and next year is starting Friday, okay?
Yep.
So your 5 is almost gone, and it's going to kind of last a little bit. They're going to blend together a bit. But your 6 year is going to start fairly soon. And 6 is about family. So you're going to have more of a year of family get-togethers, supporting family members. There may be some obligations there, but it won't be financial. It's going to be love and family related all this coming year. Okay?
Okay.
All right.
All right. Thanks, Jessica. It's 94.3 The X, and you can give Psychic Marla Mitchell a call for this, the entire 8 o'clock hour at 1-800-595-2943. It's 94.3 The X. Who's this?
Hi, Cindy?
You said Cindy?
Yes.
What's your question for Marla?
Oh, nothing. Just wanted to see how this year was looking, I guess. Nothing in particular.
Nothing. Would you like to know your spirit animal? Because it popped in my head right away.
Okay.
It's
Sure.
a lynx.
A lynx. Oh, okay.
One of those cute little cats with no tail.
Like the snow cats.
Yeah, and it's got some spots on it. Mollie might be looking up. I'm going to look into her cards and see what they show here as well, Cindy. Okay.
Okay.
Let's see if there's anything coming up. So yeah, folks, if you're listening, if you want a 2016 reading just to see what's coming up for 2016, give us a call this hour, and we can just kind of do a 2016 prediction for you and see what kind of year you're going to have. Now, the cards popping up, I have several astrology, you pulled a lot of majors, my dear. Holy cow. You're going to have a good year.
Yes.
So yes or no, are you either a Gemini,
No.
Cancer,
No.
Aries, Aquarius,
No.
Pisces?
No.
That's how many major cards you pulled. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then a 6th one with no zodiac on it. So anytime, when I do a spread for people, anytime you pull more than 4 major cards, you're going to have a major year. And you pulled 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards. So you are going to have quite 7. I just pulled another. A Leo. You're going to have quite a big year this year. Now, are you in a relationship, yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, so there are some things coming in that are very positive about the current relationship. If you had said no, you weren't in one, I would have said there's a major one coming. But the one you're in is definitely a very important relationship. You're with a soulmate. Now, is that great?
Yeah.
Soulmate means you've had a past connection with them, like if you believe in a previous life. So this is a very important relationship, and things are going to continue to be very rewarding and good in this relationship. There may be a challenge coming for the both of you this year, but you can overcome because of your connection and the depth of your love. You can overcome the challenges. Microphone's popping. So anyway, you can overcome any challenges that come your way. So if there is something that kicks up, it may be for the male in your life.
I'd like to make a call.
Whoops. Okay.
Did we lose her?
I think we just did.
Okay. I'll keep talking in case she's listening. So if you're still listening, Cindy, we may have lost a connection if you're on a cell phone. This is going to be a very important year for your relationship. There may be some challenges coming your way, but you can overcome it. It will be more in his area, could be his job, things like that. But the drama and the stuff that I see happening in the relationship will just make it deeper and stronger, and the love will grow. So oftentimes our relationships are challenged. And it's not, if everything was always roses every day in relationships, it would be very boring. And life is that way too. You don't want it to be the same every single day. So even in relationships, you have to have conflict. You have to have things happen, whether someone loses their job or there's a challenge. And this is what's coming up for the male in your life. And just be supportive. You can't fix it for him. He will get through this just fine, but you guys just need to band together, come together, and it will all come out. It ends on completion, which I call the spirit card or the higher power card, meaning everything's happening because it's designed to be this way. So it's nothing that oftentimes when we have things happen to us, we wonder, did I do something wrong? Am I being punished? Did I cause this bad thing to happen? And Spirit's saying, no, this is what's supposed to happen for you two to grow, for him to continue to grow, probably in his job, stuff like that. So this is a thing that's coming. If I had to say when, I'd say before spring, and you guys will work it out. Okay? Okay.
Okay, yeah. And I have no idea what happened there. We lost her call, lost the connection there. I don't know what was happening with the mic there, too.
Cell phone. Yeah.
Weird things are happening this morning.
I'll bring my smudge next week.
Are you sensing spirits here? Or?
Well, this is an old building.
Yeah.
So that's
yes.
That's a really tricky question. Oh, there's a call.
There we go. 94.3 The X. Who's this?
Grace.
Grace.
What's your question for Marla?
Well, I just recently got out of a semi-long relationship, and I just was wondering how to be strong and move forward from that.
Oh, that's a good question and a tough question. Okay. Can I ask what you can make it up, what the other party's first name was?
Timothy.
Timothy. Okay. I'm going to just look at that briefly and just see what the dynamics were, and then see if I can help you let that go and move on. That's your question, right?
Yeah.
How you can move on. Okay. You and Timothy on a teeter-totter. Yeah. It feels like when I look at the two of you, you feel, I'm going to use the word, this may be right before the breakup, angry, frustrated. There's something that you were not receiving, or there was something that just wasn't balanced in the relationship, because the teeter-totter weighs more on your side, meaning there were expectations or hopes that you had that were not met. Does this make sense?
Yes.
Okay. And this is fairly common, especially if one of the parties is not either aware enough to sense that there was a need, or if the communication was lacking. I just feel his non-ability, that's not even a word, but his inability, there we go, his inability to give you what was necessary for the relationship to be balanced. And so the cards that I pulled a lot of major cards for you too. I pulled Aquarius, Libra, Virgo, and Taurus. Are any of those you?
No.
Okay, so we need to apply the energies of those. The Aquarius card means to detach, remove yourself from the situation, which you have already done, okay? And that will bring you peace. Oftentimes when we're in a relationship and we're not feeling like it's balanced, it's because the person cannot give us what we need or want, or they're unable to be the partner that we want in the relationship. So a lot of this is about your needs and his inability, okay? So it's time to move on. You did the right thing. The Virgo card's coming in with the Libra card, and so Virgo shows time alone. You do need some time alone. You do need to work on just letting go of your judgment of yourself and him, meaning, oftentimes we blame ourselves. Well, if I was this way, or if I was that way, it would have been different. Or if he would only have done this, this, and this, it would have been different. This is one of those times where it really is a blessing in disguise. And that as hard and as painful as this is for you, especially at this, end of the year, this time of year, it was one of those things that was destined to happen. I do not think the relationship was meant to be forever. Now, that's my interpretation. but it does show that you made the right choice, and that let your judgment go. Don't be hard on yourself, okay? And try to just work through whenever we come off a relationship that didn't work, and even if it's a job loss, things like that, it's always good to go back and just work on yourself. Like, well, how do I want to be in my next relationship? What type of person do I want to be for myself, with myself? Can I love myself? And then the more you work on yourself, the better you will be the next time love comes around. Mm-hmm. And so that's what this alone time is for you, not to be harsh on yourself, but restore balance. And then Taurus time frame, that's coming up April, May. You could have someone come in fairly quickly if you choose. You could have someone come in as early as spring or early summer this year if you're wanting. If not, then it's about you just being more diligent with working on yourself and things like that. But the hardest part is just what I'm pulling is the sorrow card or grief. And I'm just kind of tuning into you. It's really important that you don't go into poor me. Don't be the victim. Don't blame him. Don't blame yourself, and just say it is what it is. Pick yourself up, dust yourself off, start all over again. I hate to use the song, but it's true. It's like, how do I want to be the best version of me? And then really, really devote time to yourself. Okay?
Okay.
But you will get through this, and you will have love again, because I see it.
Okay.
Okay? And it could be as early as spring, or it could be anytime after that, whenever you feel ready. Okay?
Okay.
Because your heart has to be ready to trust another. It's been broken. Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
Grace?
All right. Thank you.
All right,
You're welcome.
thank
Hang in
you.
there.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Breakups are so tough, especially when they're fresh.
And the holidays, we got New Year coming.
Yeah.
And but this was one of those where it was, destined to happen. He was not her forever man.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it was a catalyst or a lesson on what does she really want? What type of person does she really want to bring into her life?
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Definitely. I think that always helps me too, is like, if I know this person isn't the one, then it's easy to
It can
get
make it
past
easier to let go. If you know it was a learning person, a person to help me be a better person, so that I'm ready for the next one who's going to
Yeah.
be the right one.
Yeah.
It always helps.
Yeah,
And she's got a
definitely.
really, really good one coming.
Good.
Yeah,
Good. That's good to hear.
Yeah.
It's always, it's hard to think about that just after a breakup.
Especially when you're still, when you're bitter and you're angry and you're,
So.
Okay.
Yeah, tough. 1-800-595-2943 if you'd like to talk to Psychic Marla Mitchell. She is here to help you out. Relationships. Maybe you just went through a breakup and you need some help. Or
2016.
whatever. Yeah,
What's coming up for you in 2016? Till the phone rings, we can talk about what is coming in January.
Yes. Mercury Retrograde.
Oh, my clients kind of moan when I say, retrograde's coming.
Yeah.
And I go, oh, no.
Well, and the sad thing is it happens 3 or 4 times a year.
Yeah.
And
It's actually, if you look at it with opportunity and hope, it can be a good thing. So Mercury retrograde, let me explain that for all of you newbies. It's something that happens in its occurrence. It happens 3 or 4 times a year, and it lasts for 3 weeks. This new one's coming up January 5th through January 25th. And what it means is the planet Mercury, the way it rotates in the universe is it kind of changes its perspective. And so we look at it as, the planet's not moving, and we call it retrograde, or it looks like it's moving backwards. When actually it's just a shift in the rotation of the planet and on our planet. So when it's retrograde, it affects all communications, all contracts, and I'm talking about computers as far as communications, telephones, internet, you name it, it affects it. It affects the way people act. It can make people angry because everything just stalls.
Yeah, everything comes to a pause.
It
and
gets
it's
stagnant. And people say, it's one of those things like, the check's in the mail, but it's like a whole universe, the check's in the mail. Like, yeah, right. So I've had all the phones in my house back when there were landlines. I've had them all go on the blitz.
Oh my
I've had
gosh.
my computer crash. I've had people cancel left and right at the last minute. So just expect delays if you're traveling. Sometimes luggage is lost or planes are delayed, more so. It can also cause really difficult conflict between you and someone else. So you do not want to have an argument or a heavy discussion with anyone during those 3 weeks, because it will be misinterpreted. It's communication.
Yeah.
So because you can pay someone a compliment and they're going to take it as an insult. And there's no way you'll come together and understand each other. It's very hard. The best thing about Mercury retrograde, so that those were the negatives. The positive is it's great to clean out the clutter, to finish an old project, to wrap up loose ends, which is great. We're at the first of the year. It's perfect time to just get your office cleaned out, your closets, your bedroom, wherever you have clutter, the garage, clean it out, finish something you've wanted to finish, and it will be blessed. Like, it will come out better than you thought. Because that's what retrograde's good for. It's like redoing, rethinking, reevaluating. If you want to make a decision during this time, I wouldn't if it's a major decision, because you'll make your decision during this time and then you'll change your mind after it's over and you'll go, oh, and that's when you'll have you'll have a regret. I think I didn't mute my phone.
Oops.
So don't make any major decisions. Don't book travel if you can help it, because you'll regret it or you'll want to change your mind after it's over. Don't have arguments.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
But clean, finish projects. Yeah.
And when technology fails and stuff, all you can really do is just let it.
It's just laugh and say, Mercury retrograde.
Yep. Yeah. Just go with the flow. Really nothing you can do. It's
okay to, we're starting with a new year. So it's great to make your resolution on Friday. And then when retrograde comes, it's going to be fine because you already made your resolution. It's not something new. It's something you're working on then at that point.
Right.
So don't wait till January 5th to make your resolution, because it probably won't go very well. Because you have to rethink. So then when it's over, you'll say, oh, I'm going to change my resolution in February, because so make your resolution promise now or on New Year's Eve.
Gotcha.
Yeah, good thing.
Mercury retrograde. And I wrote about this on our website. So if you want to look back at that, it's at thexfrontrange.com. Psychic Marla Mitchell is in the studio. We're still trying to figure out this mic situation using a different mic than we usually do. Maybe it's Mercury retrograde kicking in early.
It does. Oh, there we go.
Oops, wrong one. Sorry.
It does sometimes kick in a little early, yes.
Yeah.
And that could be why nobody's calling today.
That could be why. Or maybe the phone is, well, no, the phone's working.
It's a holiday. People are off. People are sleeping in. There's our caller.
Oh, there we go. They were just waiting. It's 94.3 The X. Who's this?
Hi, it's Cindy.
Oh, hey,
I
Cindy.
you guys earlier.
Yeah. Did you hear the rest of the reading after we lost the connection?
I heard some of it. I heard about Mercury retrograde.
Okay. So I still remember what was going on with your reading. So we were talking about, you're going to have a really eventful year this year coming up, and it feels to be more for your partner or your spouse. I feel like he may have some. I don't want to call it a crisis, but there may be some challenges for him. And for you, the relationship is about being supportive. And just, you guys will get through it. Relationships have their highs and their lows. If it was always, normal, it would get boring. And so this is a year where he's going to need your support, and he's going to need you to just be there. You can't fix whatever's going on, but you can listen and you can be encouraging. But there may be some stuff going on for him. What's his first name? Do you mind sharing?
Victor.
Victor. Okay. Let me look at him real quick.
Okay. He's right here. He's listening.
Hi, Victor. Is he okay if I flip some cards just for him?
Sure.
Okay. Awesome. I got both of you on here. Okay. I just picked up some stuff going on for you. Let me just see if I can get more specific. So, okay. Oh. Okay. Are you looking for a new job? Because I see a job change, or there's definitely some stuff coming up for in your energy. in your world, in your energy. There's the card that I got is changing how you earn your money. Now that can be a job change. It can also be a move card, like moving. It can also be buying and selling, like something. I don't know if you buy and sell for a living, but there's definitely something coming in. I also pulled a pregnancy card for you, which means there could be, if you're wanting a child, there could be a child coming this year, or it just shows a new job. Are you looking for a new job?
I just got a new job, actually.
Oh, are you buying and selling for a living? What do you...
I'm an electrician, but I was talking to Cindy about opening up an LED company, LED lighting company.
There you go. That could be what is coming. I got wealth and the world card. I got pregnancy. Now, the pregnancy card... absolutely. If it's not about wanting to get pregnant, then it's about timing, 9 months or less. So if you're wanting to open a new company, it does look favorable. You're going to need to go at it gradually, like really do your research. Prudence is the word I got. So be very, know your demographic. Pick where you want to do it at. Look at all the ins and outs. Don't make any decisions in the month of January about it. Or don't start it in January because Mercury's retrograde. But it does look like it could be very beneficial and very even profitable if you really put some research into this. It looks good.
Cool.
Nice.
Okay.
That sounds great. Yeah.
Awesome.
Good.
Anything else you want to ask?
No, I think that's all.
It's a lot of change coming your way. So just, whenever you're
I've
making...
been really struggling with my job. It's just to the point where I'm all kind of sick of it.
So with your job, you're having issues. Let me just look at your job, Cindy. Okay, hold on. We pulled that Cancer card again. Oh, it's oppressive. You're feeling stuck in a rut. Oh, I pulled a pregnancy card for you, too. So you may also... Now, would you... I don't know if you want to put this on the air, but would you quit your job if your LED company worked?
Yeah.
Because I pulled...
I'd have to. I've got to budget his stuff now.
Okay. All right. Because that's what this is. You remember I pulled a bunch of family relationship cards early on, and I said there were going to be some highs and lows this year for you guys. The pregnancy card and the choice card come up for you with your career. So that also means that you could change jobs. You could start something new, which could be the company. And then the fork in the road card shows the difficulty in, like, when is the right time for me to quit? When is the right time for me to, make the leap of faith and put it all in this company? It's going to be a very eventful year for both of you. If I had to say the best time to start the company, if you want my input, it feels like you'll be all ready to launch it by fall for sure. If that's too long, spring, early spring. I think we go retrograde again in May. So I wouldn't launch anything in May. Now, it's on my website. If you go to my website, I do have 2016 Mercury retrogrades. So go to my website and make sure you don't launch anything. I think it's May or end of April.
And that's marlamitchell.com.
Right. And it's on the special, I think it's called special events tab. And you'll see when Mercury retrograde is. Or you can Google Mercury retrograde 2016 and it gives you all the dates.
Yeah, okay.
But never launch or start anything new during retrograde because it means redo, rethink, reevaluate, okay?
Okay.
And people who don't listen to me regret it.
January and May. Stay away from January and May.
Yeah, or at least it's somewhere in May. I'm pretty sure the next one after that is. But I've had people start, including a family member, who started a business during that time and they went bankrupt. You do not want to do that, okay?
Yeah, absolutely.
But it looks good. So anytime that's not retrograde, but I really feel the big launch in the fall, but you could start planning it, definitely in the spring and getting more ideas and things like that. Okay?
Yeah, that's absolutely a good time to get it going. That's plenty of time for research.
Yes.
That's awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yep.
Have a good day.
Happy New Year.
Bye. It's 94.3 The X, psychic Marla Mitchell in the studio, 1-800-595-2943. That was a great call, too.
It was great to get them both on the phone, and then they're talking about launching a new business, and this is good. And it's a good year to do it for both of them. Just being very careful about, their choices, the location, timing of it. Mm-hmm. Be careful of Mercury Retrograde.
Now, if only we could get Todd and his Pisces on here together. He hasn't called this week.
No, actually, if I can say this, he actually booked an appointment with me.
That's fun. Is Todd his actual name?
I have no idea.
Oh.
He just said, hey, it's Todd from the radio. And then he says, I'm booking an appointment for me and my Pisces.
Oh.
So they're coming to see me, and I won't say when, but.
That's exciting.
So that's why he's not calling.
Yeah. Oh, well, there we go.
Cool.
It's 1-800-595-2943, how you can get in touch with Marla right now. Ask relationship, career questions. Perhaps you're in the same situation as Cindy and Victor are, where you want to launch a business and, or you just want to see what 2016 is going to look like for you. Marla can help you out with that.
Absolutely.
Yep. 1-800-595-2943. Get out of bed and or stay in bed and give us a call. 1-800-595-2943.
What is your birth month and birthday?
6/8.
6/8. Okay. So next year's going to be a 9-year. Okay. You're going into, let me double check, 14, 5, 9. Yeah. So 2016 is a 9-year, and in the universe as far as that goes. But for you, you're also going into a 5, like what I talked about early in the program. So the 5 energy is, since your birthday's June, it's just starting. And this is your year of being spontaneous, being very flexible, learning from your mistakes, trying not to have expectations, because anytime you have expectations, especially during this year, they will never turn out the way you think. I'm just telling you ahead of time. So if you make a plan, like you're booking travel or making plans for events, know that they will change. It's kind of like living in Mercury Retrograde all year long.
Oh my God. That would be hell.
What this year teaches you is to be flexible and how to live in the moment. Because that's what we're supposed to do. Mm-hmm. It can be a very fun year. If you're a person who tends to live in the moment anyway, by the seat of your pants kind of person, you'll love this year because it's just going to feed that. But if you're used to having plans and being on a very strict schedule, it'll be difficult. And you'll have to learn to let it go and trust. People may shock you this year. They may say things. They may do things. It's just about learning to just have a, I don't care attitude about stuff and just, okay, whatever, and shrug it off and not react strongly to any events that don't go the way you want. Okay?
Okay.
You will learn a lot. Now, it'll be strongest in May, June, and July, and then it'll start waning off. But it's just now coming on. It can be very fun. The positive thing is this year can also be a year of travel. So if you like to travel, or if you want to take a trip, book a trip. This is the year to travel, okay?
That's perfect, because I've been considering moving internationally.
Oh,
yes, perfect.
There we go.
It randomly sparked just like last week. I'm like, oh my goodness, I don't know what this year's going to bring, but I just kind of want to get out of here. I'm feeling antsy, so that's great to know.
Perfect. Now wait till after January to make your decision about that.
Oh, yes, definitely.
But you can definitely do all kinds of research. You can do anything you want and research and plan and everything during a retrograde period, but you don't book and make the decision until after it's over, which would be after January 25th.
Of course.
But this is a great year for travel, because in travel, you do kind of fly by the seat of your pants, because when you're traveling, you just don't know what's going to happen, right? So it's good.
Okay.
Go on that trip, move internationally. Perfect.
Awesome. Perfect. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Thanks, Beth. It's 94.3 The X. Who's this?
Stephanie.
Hey, Stephanie. What's your question for Marla?
I'm just kind of wondering what I should be expecting from 2016. I've been in the year of my 2, and there's a lot of things on the horizon for this next year that can have a lot of
implications. Yeah. So you said meaning you're in your 2 numerology year? Is that what you're saying? Okay. And you're going into your 3 now. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so let's take a look at 2016 for Stephanie. Oh, very nice. You are going to come into your own. It ends on the Empress. And the Empress is a card of, it shows a woman with this really cool hairdo and a mink stole and a very sexy top. It just shows a woman who's got it all. She can handle anything that comes her way. So by the end of this, like a year from now, you will be feeling very much in control of your life and very much empowered. Now, getting there, this is your year of growth. So the main thing to remember during this year is make peace with yourself. Don't be so hard on yourself. Don't judge yourself. Whenever you catch yourself calling yourself a name or looking at yourself in the mirror saying, oh, I wish that would change or go away, just say, no, this is the body I was given. These are my gifts. Always go back to positive thinking about yourself. You're working on self-balance. If you're one of those that overcommit, which sometimes happens in a 2-year, then make sure that you take time for you, that you make commitments to yourself that are very rewarding for you. This is your year to do what's best for you. You're going into a 3, which is play, be social, be creative, have fun. It can be a really, really good year, and you can come out feeling just really empowered. The following year, 2017, you will be in your 4. And that's the work your ass off year, right? So you want to have fun and play. And if you're not married, date. Even if you are married, date your spouse. Just really, really have fun. It's a really good year. Just don't be so hard on yourself.
Okay, sounds good.
Yay!
Awesome. Thanks, Stephanie. It's 94 through the X, and we are all out of time for this week with psychic Marla Mitchell. And thanks for coming in, Marla.
Yeah, I will be back in the new year.
Woohoo!
And we'll see what's going on.
Yeah, we'll see what's going on. And workshops, do you have some coming up in January?
I have a Reiki level 1. If you've ever wanted to learn energy work, anyone and everyone can learn it. I teach it. I have a level 1 coming up. It's in January. I think it's like the 3rd weekend on that Saturday, 20-something.
Okay.
But it's a really fun class. It's a day long, like 9:30 to 3:30, and you learn how to work on yourself, work on your pets. It's just a way to feel energy and see what I've been talking about all this time, when I can say, oh, someone's energy's low, or someone, or someone's immune system's weak. You can feel that, and you can help change it by putting positive energy in your own body and in your pets. If you have a pet that you want to work on, you can help them heal.
Awesome.
Because the body does heal itself.
It does.
Yes.
It does. All right. So Reiki level 1, probably
In
the
January.
third weekend.
Yeah, right in the middle of Mercury Retrograde. It's a great time to learn something new. I mean, it's like it's okay to learn something and then practice it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's good.
Perfect. And they can get in touch with you and learn more about that. Sign up, see your rates and all that at marlamitchell.com.
Absolutely.
All right. Perfect. Well, we'll see you next year, Marla.